On October 21st on the Senate floor, California Senator Adam Schiff raised concerns about President Trump potentially invoking the Insurrection Act to deploy troops to American cities should he lose in court. Watch Senator Schiff's impassioned remarks right here.
The history and purpose of this law is clear and should not be abused by any president. It should only apply to cases of demonstrable insurrection or rebellion against the United States and where all other means of protecting Americans and enforcing our laws simply do not exist. Now, let's look at the plain facts of the matter. There is no rebellion or insurrection, not in Los Angeles, not in Portland, not in Chicago, not in San Francisco, not in Washington, D.C., nowhere to be found. So what's really going on here? Well, I think the president admitted it very plainly when he spoke to generals and admirals last month at the Pentagon, when he spoke of an invasion from within. And he spoke of his real goal, which was, quote, "We should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military." But our cities are not military training grounds. And there's no way to assert an insurrection like the Shays Rebellion or the Whiskey Rebellion that had occurred shortly before the Insurrection Act was passed in the 1790s to justify today the unjustifiable. There is no disorder in this country that cannot be dispersed by state and local law enforcement. But despite the clear letter of the law not being met here, the president continues to flirt with invoking the Insurrection Act anyway. Because the president's goal here is not to prevent disorder, but to create it. Not to quell unrest, but to provoke it. To enlist the nation's military in a civil dispute against his perceived enemies, against community organizers, against American cities, against clergymen, against those who fight to uphold the checks and balances in our Constitution, against a free and fair press, against journalists, against our courts, against anyone who dares to raise their voice against him.
For more congressional news, stay tuned to Congress Clips, and thanks for watching.